Good morning guys and welcome back to this week's vlog. We actually just got home a few days ago from a very adventurous weekend. We went caving or splunking, whichever you want to call that, up in North Alabama, and that was super fun. We went through a cave that was, I don't know, maybe like a mile down and a mile back, I'm not really sure. But that was very cool. We actually haven't been, or I haven't been in that cave before. We took a few friends with us this time, and I think they had a ball with it. It's something new that they've never done, so I think we kind of opened their eyes to something else to do around in Alabama, because there's really not that much. So that was fun. We saw a huge waterfall underground. I'll insert a few clips over this. That was really cool. You actually had to jump in like a rock hole to get up to the waterfall, and then it opened up to it, which was really cool. And I stood stupidly but funly, whatever you want to call it, in the middle of the waterfall, and it was freezing cold water. I kind of got forced to do it, but now that I've done it, I'm glad I did. And then we went rappelling in kind of the same area, which was super fun. We went down a 100-foot waterfall. I've never really rappelled before, just maybe off of like a little cliff to kind of get some practice, but never something like this. Dylan did a really good job with keeping everybody safe. None of us have really rappelled before either, talking about our friends. So Dylan had like he belayed us down, and we also had a backup safety system. I'm not really sure what you want to call it, but that was really fun. Kind of sketch at the beginning, just because you were kind of scraping it down the rock, and then you opened up into the big massive waterfall. So that was super fun. We'll probably be doing that again. I'm sure Dylan can talk to you more about all the gear and what to do and knots and all that kind of stuff in a different video. But I'm here in the yard today. Sorry, it's like so bright. Anyway, so we just have a bunch of weeds that have grown up, and I am not about to sit here and pull out each one. So I brought our weed eater over from the shop, and I'm about to just go around and hack down some freaking weeds because I'm kind of tired of looking at it. I'll take you around like the immediate property to show you how bad it's gotten. Definitely we'll be killing these weeds sometime soon, but I've never used a weed eater before, so this shall be interesting. Even though these are lovely looking little flowers, I mean, they're just weeds and kind of just need to go. All of these weeds are all still here that need to go, and then we have this entire patch here full of weeds. So I'm gonna get started with this, and I'll kind of do a little time lapse of doing, sorry for the wind, I will do a little time lapse of me doing a little bit of it. I need to find some headphones. Well, that's fun. Done with all of the weed eating. I didn't get it like all the way to the ground like a lawnmower would. I just wanted to get it kind of cut down as much as possible, and it looks so much better. We need a lawnmower like ASAP pretty much. But while I'm out here, I don't know if we've ever taken you to the back of the property, and I kind of want to do that today and just talk about some of our plans for the future of this back property. So let me walk back there. Here's the house. We are thinking the shop will go right here. So kind of close to the shop, close to the house, but not super close. And we got a ton of trees and just debris we got to take down. But we're also going to be adding our own little road to go right on the side of this road between these power poles, just so we have our own private road. And then once the shop is here, we'll be able to take this road and pull into the shop, because we're gonna have garage doors And then you won't have to like drive through the property or anything. You can just go down this road. And then in the future, whatever we do or put in this property, I guess I should say, it's all going to be on this left-hand side. So we can take this road and pull in to the property like this instead of driving like all the way through like the grass, I guess. Because once we get the tractor, we're clearing all of this debris out, so you'll be able to actually see grass, because I think we're going to be planting some ryegrass or winter grass to make it look super nice. So instead of driving the tractor through the nice new grass, you will take this our own little private road to any of the buildings on the left-hand side of the backhand property. Here's a few trees that will be taken down in the near future because they are dead, and there's also there's a huge tree there that's down, and there are so many branches and trees, which we'll get to more trees back here like this one that are still down from Hurricane Sally in September. Having that tractor is going to come in handy and hopefully save us a lot of money, even though it's a tractor. But instead of paying somebody to come out here and do it, I think we'll just buy the tractor, and Dylan's going to have a lot of fun with it. So this is the very, very back of our property. And you can see there's a huge tree down right here, and there's also one buried under all of this here too. But there's the roof of our house. I don't even know if we've talked about the future of the shop in a video yet, but I'm kind of lost. In the near future, we are actually closing in the carport, and that will be our shop. The shop is still currently at Dylan's parents' house, but we are moving it over here probably just slowly in the next couple months. Here's another large tree that is down, and there's another trunk right here that's buried between all of this. But I mean, this is some thick brush walking back here that will soon, just be cleared out. Another thing that we've been thinking about doing in the back property is building some sort of cabin, probably an A-frame cabin, because why not? That's like our dream. I'm obsessed with A-frame cabins, and maybe turn that into an office or possibly even an Airbnb. We don't know yet, but I think that'd be something super fun to have on the property, as well as some kind of gym. I don't know if we're going to turn a bedroom into a gym or build a gym, but I do think that would be pretty awesome to have out here. So here's the house. The shop would be right here. So just a little commute out to work. Now that I'm done with all of the outside projects for the day, my mom is actually on her way to come and get me, and we are going to pick up a couch from Goodwill to use for our wedding reception. And it's super cute. We're gonna go get a truck, take it to Goodwill to pick it up, and I will show you what it looks like when we get back to my mom's house. So the couch does need a little bit of repairing, which, there's Fuzz, which is gonna be getting done for the wedding, and it looks so cute. I'm so excited to see how it all ends up together. But I just ran to the shop to get a package, and our good friends Aubrey, that have been following us for years and years now, sent me the best package. If you know, I'm obsessed with these pop containers, and she sent me like 6 of them. I haven't really unpacked all of them yet, but thank you, Aubrey and Joe, so much. I appreciate you guys a lot. But I can't wait to have this pantry all organized and all have the same containers in there because I'm all about that. Here's all the containers that she sent me. My gosh, I am so thankful for you. I love them. They shipped perfectly. None of them broke. Cannot wait to fill this up with more candy because there's a little thing sitting there. Thank you so much, Aubrey.
So I'm actually filming this the night before this video goes live. I have had the most productive, but also just kind of exhausting week this week. I've been trying to catch up with computer and tax related stuff, as well as renderings and project plans, and just a whole plethora of things that are uninteresting to show on camera. And I've also been tractor shopping as well, and we finally decided on a tractor, and I've applied for financing actually today, and in just a few days we should be getting a tractor, or at least it'll be done and ordered. There's a bit of a delay in the world of tractors right now for trailers and implements and all kinds of stuff, so it may take a few weeks to get it all here, but I am extremely excited to finally have a tractor and be able to get started on the back of the property. I am exhausted, I'm not gonna lie, and I apologize that I have filmed very little this week, but I hope to give you a little bit of a look at what I've been doing. I'm gonna show you guys an update on the house rendering. So I've actually been working on more of this rendering software and trying to learn how to use it better. I've also been playing around with some ideas of how we should close in the carport. We really like these glass doors, and we actually found some on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm just trying to wait and make sure that they're actually going to work before I, commit to this. But tomorrow I'm going to go look at them and see if they work, but that would be a pretty cool look. If not, we've also thought about doing some like carriage doors that are solid wood here, but regardless, we're going to do some type of like wood feature over here on this side. I'm not sure exactly what that'll be, but it'll be some type of interesting wood feature. Also, clearly in this, it shows the house painted. That is a plan, is to paint the house white and then do sort of this charcoal sort of trim color here. I've also been working on the inside of the house, so just getting everything modeled for the flooring and the correct wall color and everything like that, just so that I can start, start off with a good solid foundation to be able to work off of here in the future. I did some work on the terrain, and then the last thing I'll show you, which this is not a guaranteed yet, but it is a project that we're working on. It's going to be kind of a little bit of a sneak peek, and I don't know how much of this is happening, and this may be more than what we end up doing, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you. So this is a potential outdoor patio space. Oh man, hold on. I'm having to look at the camera and do this at the same time. Yes. If this happens, it'll be amazing. Currently working on the plans for it and making sure that it's actually feasible within the budget we have, because I just keep making it more and more elaborate. But yes, potentially coming in the near future. Check out this see-through fireplace that I really hope makes it into the budget. Yeah. So there you go. There's the update on the house, and hopefully a project coming in the very near future. So the last thing I thought I would do is give you a little bit of some commentary over this GoPro footage of me actually rappelling into here and tell you a little bit about the rope setup and everything that's going on. You'll have already heard me saying that I had everything flaked out. What I mean by that is that all the rope, the green rope, which is my blade backup rope here, is all neatly stacked so that there hopefully won't be any form of kinks or knots in it. And so it's set up and ready to be panned out. Now I'm doing a double rope setup here. The rope that I'm currently tying this rappel rack into is actually a static fixed rope for rappelling, and this other is a safety line that I've tied. It's dynamic, meaning it has some stretch to it. I did this primarily because the other people in our group have very little rappelling experience, so I wanted to be able to back everything up for them. Communication was really important in this day because that waterfall is extremely loud, so we had some walkie-talkies to be able to talk to one another. And here I am, I'm locking my rappel device off. I just cleated it off. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm climbing down in here and my hands I'm having to use to actually support myself. So now that I'm down in the hole, I'll actually release that again so that it's safe for me to re-weight it. But also on top of that, I weighted it before I actually committed to going down through here. And then I'm also again backed up there. And this entryway was really tight, and I had to use some of these rope protectors to kind of keep that rope protected from the edge. But it's pretty incredible. It's called the keyhole route, and kind of go down through this nice little channel here and have to squeeze in. And then the only main safety thing here that I had to worry about was making sure that these ropes didn't get crossed or that these ropes didn't touch. That is the unsafe part about using two ropes in a setup like this, is that you don't want ropes coming in contact with one another, and I think I'll mention it here in a second, but yeah, it's bad news. Rope on rope can cut quicker than rope on rock, believe it or not. It's very fast. So I just wanted to make sure that those two aren't going over one another. And yeah, pretty awesome. We'll set up the device that I'm using right now. It's called a Rappel rack or a rescue rack. Some people call it a micro rack. This is a full-size one, and it has what's called that hyper bar at the top that I can wrap the rope over. But basically, the more of the bars you add in, the more friction you get. These type of devices are designed for rappelling. And there you go, there's the awesome waterfall shot. Also, things to keep in mind is that I've actually done this spot before, so I was pretty aware of where I was going. But one of the things that we had to do was make sure that we actually hit our target with our rappel line here, because there's about a 50-foot or so ledge that you're landing on that's still, a 50-foot drop. If you go past that ledge, then you're going to have to actually ascend back up to get out of this cave. There's actually a walkout point to our right, which I've rigged out so that everyone could walk out and didn't have to do any ascending today. But we had someone staying on that platform at all times and helping make sure that people landed on this platform. And I also had an ascending rig set up in case I needed to do that myself, or if I needed to actually set up a 5-to-1 pulley system to get someone else out. This is not a tutorial. All these situations are drastically different, but here you can see how slippery this ledge is. In fact, all the accidents for the most part in this cave have happened right here. Someone not too long ago slipped and died right here because it's extremely wet, and that's a 50-foot cliff there. So I went ahead and pre-rigged and tell Molly to move over because she's created sort of a triangle effect there. And that triangle, if I were to fall, would jolt her and force her to fall. We're both tied in here with what's called a prusik. It's a knot that can slide freely, but when there's a fall applied or a load applied, it grabs the rope. And that's what I'm using to be able to safely navigate back out of this cave. You see that's quite the drop there. So yeah, it was a pretty awesome weekend. If y'all want to know more about these sort of rope techniques, I would love to do a video about it. I'm by no means an expert, but I do really thoroughly enjoy it. And there's a lot of things going on in here that are, definitely useful outside of this application. So yeah, if you want to see more of them, just leave a comment down below. I would love to show you guys some more. It's just beyond the scope of randomly in the middle of a video, because there's just too much information.
Good morning, guys. Dylan left early this morning. He's actually tractor shopping right now. So hopefully in the next video we'll be able to show that if everything goes through. But I guess we'll find out later on if, I think snot just came out. I guess we'll find out later on if we have a tractor or not. I know this video was super short and I'm so sorry about that. It's been such a busy week. I was only home for a few days and I'm off again this weekend for another trip. I promise not every video is going to be like this or every vlog will be like this. Our bigger projects bigger project videos will be coming in the near future. We are working on some really cool things, but I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. We love you, we appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.